Trey and I are just going to revisit a professional dialogue or discussion we had reflecting on one of my cases. I had been asked by management to look at how I was working the RTLB phases and to perhaps close this case because she wasn't attending school very often or the activity centre. And I just wanted some clarification from Trey, as she's one of my people that I sort of go to when I'm reflecting on a case to just get some alternative ideas for next steps.
Yep, so what I did when Heather approached me about this case is the first thing I thought of was, what is Heather using that has a culturally responsive approach in her practice? And I asked that question because of the fact that the student identified as Pacifica. So we sort of sat back and discussed whether or not there was a particular framework or another lens that she could be using in her current practice around this Pacifica child, Tongan child. And we looked at the Pacifica Education Plan and some of the ideologies that come out of that. And with regards to the details of where she's sat currently in her case, we had a discussion around the importance of religion to Pacifica people, in particular to Tongan people, and then we sort of started fleshing out other strategies or other directions that she could take her case to, or considerations around what she could do differently in her casework. And sort of from there you sort of came up with other pathways.
Okay, so after my discussion with Trey, I reflected back on the cultural iceberg model that I'd actually used with the student, and in this model she had indicated that the Tongan church was pretty important to her, and I'd done a lot of work with whānau with Dad, but I have also decided to keep the case open, but to put some focus on her strength, and the positive thing in her life, which is the Tongan church. So just getting that feedback from Trey around the cultural responsive model and how I can look at this case of a Tongan student through a different lens. So it was just a really good way to reflect and just take some guidance from someone else. So thanks, Trey.
You're welcome, Heather.
Thanks.